let's jump into one of your most recent interviews, man. Which I love that interview, bro. You know, and that was the one where you were talking to Peter of PSquare.
I
fucking love that interview.
Give it up for that interview.
You go on, man. I fucking love that interview.
The way you
man.
made it.
Big up to Peter, man, because the way you handled the whole interview as well, I was like, bro, this guy is great, man. You know what I mean? Like I was watching because I'm one person. I'm not a big fan of Zoom interviews because I kind of feel that it takes away from
the last
you get what I'm saying?
The last 12 months has opened doors. The last 12 months has changed things. The last 12 months have shifted the way we're going to live our lives for the rest of time.
100%.
And it's made things even a lot comfortable for interviewers and artists and entertainers. So our hunger for wanting to get people in the studio now can stop.
Yeah.
If you can't come into the studio, you can
Zoom.
wake up in your room, just jump on the Zoom.
100%.
On Instagram Live, we can make it happen.
They're more comfortable in their own environment and can probably give a lot more.
So I started that way early into the pandemic lockdown early last year, and I continued with a host of interviews on Instagram Live. With Peter of PSquare, it goes back to what I was saying. Peter is an open book, a very comfortable speaker who wants to say stuff.
You can tell. You can tell.
So for the members of the media, he is media gold for us.
Yeah.
You only need to ask him one question.
And he goes up.
He goes into a tangent. And second of all, even for PR purposes, he's also great because a lot of people found out stuff because he was talking. People found out a lot more about him and his story, and we're like, oh, so that explains it then. Whereas before we were just going off of what we saw on
assumptions and that,
and stuff.
Yeah.
So with him, like, and that was why I told him that for me as a media person, even though some people are like, oh, this guy talks too much. No, please don't
love it.
talking.
Go on.
Exactly.
We want an entertainer that can engage and have a conversation. Yes, they have to be very careful so they don't have slip-ups that might get them in trouble. I used to be that kind of interviewer that was looking for gotcha moments and viral moments and stuff.
Right.
But as a fan of the culture and specific artists now, I'm not looking for your downfall.
Exactly. We don't want to get you in trouble.
I don't want nothing that's going to make you look bad, trash you, whatever, apart from if you want to talk about it. So even if I'm going to ask you questions, I'll ask you questions in such a way that I've given you a bridge not to jump into the water. You know, I didn't want to speak about the fallouts with his brother.
Because that's what I was wondering.
I didn't want to go there. Because I know it's it's a very sore subject. I know it always brings back emotions, and he had the potential to say something that was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's still feeling hurt. I'm a PSquare fan.
I love them, man. I love them, bro. I love them.
They've gone through this in the view of the public for 4 or 5 years. If I'm a PSquare fan, do I want to really bring that again?
Dig in there, so nah, you don't want to do that.
So I asked him questions around it, even though he touched on those.
Yeah.
But I didn't ask him direct questions that would have demanded direct answers that would have made him even say more crazy stuff.
Yeah. Because I was watching that interview, and I was wondering, because just like you said, we've not seen PSquare for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And some of the things that he was saying, I was wondering, bro, is that real beef?
Proper beef. They ain't talking.
Like real beef.
Beef. Their families are not relating. His wife wished his twin brother a happy birthday about 4 or 5 months ago, and the twin brother responded on social media, don't do that, because you haven't wished me a happy birthday in 5 years. So why are you doing it publicly?
But what was the problem? Like, how did he get to this? Because just like you said, we all love PSquare.
Yeah.
Like watching them doing all the usher moves and all the
He explained. I think
I think he did explain.
He explained perfectly in the sense that the fans were largely responsible, and there was a narrative that was put in the public that PSquare, Peter was just a dancer, whilst Paul.
Oh yeah, I can't remember people saying all that.
So there was that narrative that was in the press. Initially, it wasn't a problem because they were making money and doing their thing.
Of course, yeah.
But the consistency of that narrative started to chip away at Peter.
Right.
And then, unfortunately, according to him, his voice was now being put down in a group. Like, you know, if he makes suggestions with regards to music or directions, let's keep going this way. So he's starting to think, you know, there's a narrative out there already. Y'all ain't taking my advice and taking my stuff.
Like my 12
Then
hours.
you've added the family beef of not accepting my wife as family or whatever.
For real?
It's time to walk that walk.
That's mad.
And you know, one good thing I took away from that interview is because I'm not gonna lie, the narrative is his wife. His wife
Yes.
came in and spoiled everything.
Yeah,
and
that was-
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
is
lie,
it?
that is
That
what
was
I've been
narrative.
going for.
Always.
Yes.
That was
Is
on
it?
narrative.
Yes.
But that interview, I wanted to tell him like, what?
Yeah.
That
But he
woman has
told the
been
story.
there from time,
Before we
mate.
got
Never
money.
know, yeah.
So
Like she was
that
actually helping them.
So that was another great, you know, takeaway from such an interview where he was very open with his conversation. He spoke about the fact that they met this woman as an up-and-coming artist, and this woman was the person that was giving them gigs. So he was a nobody when he met this woman.
Damn.
And then the relationship started. Obviously now he's PSquare, legendary
Yeah.
musician. But what people get is that, here goes that situation. A mixed race woman
Comes in,
now splits the whole family because he's now a superstar. Not knowing that this was his woman when she actually gave him food.
She's been there from day one.
Yeah.
That's mad.
She put food
On
on the
that time,
table.
that's because I've been going on the
said
thing
that.
about, you know, the woman came in and spoiled everything.
Yeah.
That's
They're always the
crazy, bro.
scapegoat. It's just like when we were conversation
Yeah.
with Kim Kardashian, and then
That's always
the
the
other one.
scapegoat.
It's always,
There's always a scapegoat.
even though they've helped them excel and bring them up.
100%.
And one thing that I was speaking about recently was the fact that the scapegoat usually is the wife.
Yeah.
That's always the case, though, isn't it?
100%.
Because I actually said this on my podcast, that somehow we believe that, you know,
It's always a woman.
that the wife must take our side. And when they go to bed at night, when they have pillow talk, she's going to talk him into our own stance, forgetting that that's his wife. Her first loyalty
Yeah.
Lies with him.
is to the man that lays down here.
Facts.
So wherever you're going, baby, we're going too.
Facts.
100%.
That's it.
Facts.
So, but in our crazy world, outside of those rooms, that room we're taking now, and she's riding with us. So when she comes and she's like, "No, I'm sticking with my mind." Like, what? She was the one I spoke to.
That's true.
That's the thing.
true.
So,
Bloody entitlement, bro, innit? It's entitlement, Evan.
in our twisted world, somehow she's going to disregard the man she lays down with, committed her life to, and said, "You know what, babe? I think I'm gonna rock with those guys because you're talking trash."
That is the end of that relationship, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, that's the end of it, man. You get what I'm saying? That is the end. You got a full stop.
That's the mad thing. You know, that's the mad thing.
But it's real though because it happens in so many families,
Oh,
bro.
it's everything.
Friendship groups as well.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying? Like you always see the both of you are friends. He finds a new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Start hanging out with a girlfriend. This person start getting mad.
Yeah.
Like y'all, you're like I've known you for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But
You get what I'm saying?
but
Sometimes
some
the girls-
girls though, some girls.
They are some. True.
Mama, I don't draw now, quick, bro. Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, she's like, "Yo, man, I don't want you rocking with those
I'm
guys
telling
anymore."
you,
You
bro.
guys
Some
Like
of them, they
guys,
are
they're
toxic
drinking
like
every
that.
time
Yeah.
at a podcast. Different girls come in. I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
fam. Exactly.
And all of a sudden, it's like, you know what? I can't come to the podcast no more.
Exactly. See, you know what?
So there's a good side and a bad side.
You
of
guys
it.
say.
So, but come on.
Yeah, man. Like, listen,
Yeah,
man.
Nah. It definitely does happen, bro.
Yeah.
The thing is, I always tell people this, bro. If your girl got a problem with something, you get what I'm saying? Cool. If you guys can talk about it amicably and sort it out or whatever, and you feel alright, cool, you go right with your girl. Right with your girl is cool because I understand that you're supposed to ride with your girl. Because if it was me, I would ride with my girl.
But
Especially
so if that's at what expense
Right.
then?
No. Especially if if she's been there from the beginning,
You
like
right.
just like Peter.
You're in a better position to ride with your wife
Then
because that's the one that
wait,
your
are,
wife.
wait, are we talking wife or girlfriend now?
Wife. That's why I wanted to make it clear.
All right.
Your wife is gonna. There's a potential that she's gonna be there forever.
She's gonna hold you down.
Your girl.
She's gonna.
What happens? She cuts off this whole situation. You don't come in and podcast with your boys and everything's done. And then 6 months down the line, she moves on to the next rich guy in the neighborhood.
Bro.
You're friendless,
bro.
loveless. Now you got to come back with your.
Come back here.
With the tail on your legs.
Come back here.
Your sticks already filled up.
Come back here.
Your boys already have a new commentator, and he's great.
That's it.
Yo, that's that.
Because at the end of the day, bro, that's it. Because at the end of the day, the podcast,
yeah, that's it.
the podcast go, man,
So
bro.
you have
That's
to-
crazy.
When it's your wife, that's why his with Peter was a lot more sensitive. That's his wife,
Mm.
mother of his children. He was going to ride with her.
As he should.
She was going to
Obviously, yeah.
ride with him. They built a world together.
As they should.
Unfortunately, again, there'll be other situations in the family that we all don't know and
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
However, when you speak to him, his stance becomes a little bit clearer, and you understand why
Because,
he made the
bro,
decisions he made.
I was watching it. I was thinking about the whole thing. I was like, damn, as someone that grew up watching PSquare,
Yeah, it was sad.
big fan of PSquare. You get me? Like, so identical. We were calling them, the Nigerian ushers and everything. But that rumor,
Yeah.
yes, we all heard it.
Everybody heard
that Peter is the dancer.
Everybody heard it.
Rude
okay.
Boy was the singer guy.
music maker,
Yeah,
composer,
so everybody had it.
does
Yeah.
everything.
For
Right.
people like me that had the opportunity to see them perform, I have memories that would dispel that rumor.
Yeah.
However,
Right.
not that many people around the world. There are millions of fans, whereas we're only thousands that
They've
saw
seen them live, yeah.
The fact that he's still doing music now, though, and his
album-
music is banging,
The album is absolutely A1.
This new one,
quality.
yeah, this new one is-
Fantastic.
banging.
Fantastic. And I think that proves the point. It proves his point that he is a talented brother. He justifies his stance.
Yeah.
That, his style of music does work and there's a space for it within
100%,
Afro
bro.
culture. And number 3, that the perception that everybody had that he couldn't do nothing is absolute gutter. He's an incredible talent.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know
No,
what?
but I think, to be fair though, from time I never believed it because you could tell this.
Nah,
this
he's
are
dope.
Two
He's dope as
talented
fuck,
people,
bro.
man.
He's dope as fuck.
They're
They're about dope, man. And
But the thing is, as surrounded, they're both making money, so
that's the
lot
thing.
more
power to them.
Made.
Yeah. They're
That's the thing,
making
though.
more than what they used to make. So hey,
Me personally, I just didn't
Active
like the way he was just, he would just say, "Listen, I'm making my money now. This,
He's
and,
angry.
and like it kind of was like throwing shade on, on the other group.
No, he's just
it like came
angry.
across that way.
He's angry. He's emotional. And I think education and information nowadays, we have
Helps,
to
yeah.
allow ourselves some leeway.
Yeah.
You can't expect anything less from somebody that has been made to believe he was worth nothing.
100%.
Someone who's
100%.
been made
True,
to
true.
believe that
100%. He's
his
gonna go hard.
talent
He'll go
was
hard.
Absolute rubbish.
Rubbish, yeah.
Somebody that was made to believe that once he left the group, he was going to die of hunger. And yet he's here.
He's still
he's
here.
spelling
Still killing it.
everything.
He's still killing
making
it.
Incredible music. He's making a lot more money.
He's still killing it.
He's feeding himself and his family. He's enjoying himself.
Facts.
A little bit braggadocious and a little bit emotional about it because the wound still hurts.
Still there,
Regardless
yeah,
of anything
still there.
Everybody wants to say that's his twin brother, not his blood brother.
The twain, bro.
That's the person he came to this world with.
At the same time.
So there's still a hole
There,
that they
yeah.
will still have to feel.
They still have to
But
feel
for
it,
now,
yeah.
There will be other emotions to mask
All
hole.
that. At the end of the day, man, shout out to PSquare, man.
We're fans.
Shout out to Peter.
Facts.
Shout out to Rude Boy. Hopefully one of these days.
We're gonna get it.
we're gonna get a nice P-Square album.
We're gonna get it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's family.
It'll come out.
They might not be dancing the same, like you know what I mean. They might not be dancing the same anymore because bro, I was looking at my man. I was thinking, my man's getting older, bro. I'm not sure he's still gonna be dancing all
We
that.
saw Earth, Wind and Fire at the Versus.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about?
Hey, imagine that. And my man was still looking fresh.
James Brown was dancing till he was gone.
You get what I'm
Prince
saying?
was dancing
Them guys
till
were
the
still
end.
looking fresh,
If you
bro.
go and watch them, this old rock, Rolling Stones or whatever, they're giving it all.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, man. They're still there, man. They're still there.
Next time.